Today, guys, we are out at Winnipeg Beach with the Winter Ice Festival with the Winnipeg Sports Car Club, checking out some ice racing and some ice drifting. And I actually got with me right now Mike Demchenko, who is the ice racing director for the Winnipeg Sports Car Club. Mike, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, Gary. How you doing?
Oh, man, can't complain, you know. Getting through winter, you know.
We scored good weather today, and that's what it's all about.
Scored good weather today, and that is exactly what it's about, as you said. So, out of curiosity, Mike, how long have you been the ice racing director with the Winnipeg Sports Car Club?
I've been ice racing director for about 3 years now. Took over in that role. I've been ice racing since 2010, I believe, is when I got into it and got hooked. I started off with the Sports Car Club up in Gimli with some of the road events and some of the time attack events back then. And then in 2010, I got introduced to the ice racing, and I haven't turned back since. It's fantastic.
Right, and especially, I've always talked about this, but living in the climate that we live in, it's important to obviously get out and be racing in the winter. Otherwise, winter just drags on forever, and this helps break up the winter because you guys are running events, what, every 2 weeks roughly?
We try to run 5 weekends in the winter, spacing them out every couple of weekends. That gives us a bit of cushion if also we have an inclement weather weekend, really cold weekend, we can postpone it to the next weekend and still keep our schedule going. So we try to have 5 weekends.
Of course. So for the viewers at home, if they wanted to get involved or if they wanted to come out, is it open to spectators? Is it free? Is there a cover charge? Or
regarding spectators, there's a couple of different aspects. The last 2 weekends, the weekend here in Winnipeg Beach and the weekend in Gimli, is open to spectators, mainly because it's part of a winter festival and it's a community event, so spectators are welcome and they're free. The other events that we have are organized in Beausejour in Winnipeg. For the last couple of years, we've had them at those locations. Spectators are welcome as well at all of these events. It's just a little bit more organized there, where we have a small admission fee to get in to see the racing.
Right, so out of curiosity, Mike, so let's say you want to go one step further. Instead of being spectating, let's say you want to be behind the wheel driving.
Yeah.
What can the viewers at home do to get involved with driving? Do they need a full-fledged race car like this, or is there other alternatives for them?
This is the pinnacle of the ice racing, these cars that we're running. But to get involved, the cars that are around us right now that are on the track running around, that's the way to get involved. It's a basic street car. All you need is a helmet and a car that is wider than it is tall. Those are the 2 requirements we have to enter. You can register online. You can show up at the event as well and register and just jump in and join the group out in the ice.
That sounds pretty fun, that you guys can bring your street car out here and literally go sliding around on the ice. Obviously, try not to hit a snowbank while you're out there because it could be costly, but yeah.
Most of the guys that are coming out here, that are out here today, are driving home in their cars. There's a few of them that have brought them out on trailers. You can tell they're a little bit more optimistic that they plan on driving a little more aggressive.
Right.
If they're trailing the car here and there, but for the most part, most of the guys, they drive them out here, they run around the track all day and they drive them home.
Right, yeah, that's pretty awesome. So now another question I wanted to ask you was, I've been coming to a few of the events. So I was at Lake Shirley, I actually ran the car on the track at Beausejour at CPTC, had some fun sliding around with my Subaru there. But when we're at an event like this, who actually comes up with the course design, for example, and who actually kind of makes a track for you, obviously, in the middle of a lake?
Well, one of the key members of our ice racing team, his name's Tim Gordianko. He's been racing for, I have to guess now, 30-some years.
Right.
Ice racing experience. He's what we call our chief course designer, and him and myself were out here working with the RM on Thursday. We designed out the track, laid it out, and the RM helped build it with the equipment to plow it out. But it's a design that's kind of tweaked every year, and each year we learn a little bit more and we adjust it.
Right, so the last race weekend of the year for you guys is March 4th and March 5th out at Gimli.
Yeah.
Do you guys have a track design in mind for Gimli already? Or?
We have a couple of rough ideas in our head. It's going to be a bit unique there because the last event is also a bit unique, where we actually have racing, door-to-door racing on both days, Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
All the other weekends we've had this year, it's like today being a Saturday, it's primarily about the IceX drifting.
Right.
And it's all about the streetcar group. And we do have a few of the cage cars, but we're not doing any door-to-door racing.
Right.
We're just we're doing track time. It's all about the fun. The last weekend in Gimli, we do 2 days back-to-back of door-to-door racing with the IceX mixed in between. So with that, we're going to have to come up with a bit of a design change to accommodate 2 full days of racing.
Right.
And the reason I say that is because after a full day of racing, the aggressiveness of these tires actually carves anywhere between 4 to 6 inch ruts
Right.
into the lake.
Right.
By the end of the day of racing.
Right. And we'll take a look at these tires too, because you guys actually run like big washers, bolts, just right to the tire. So we'll make sure to capture that on camera too, to show the people at home what this looks like. It's actually pretty insane. So, and this is obviously would provide your traction whenever we're out racing on ice, is big, massive studded tires like this. And these aren't studded tires like what you get on a street car. Like, not like you can buy studded winters, but these are a whole nother level of studded.
These are custom built, let's just say.
Right, absolutely. Absolutely crazy to see. So we have March 4th and 5th, the Gimli Ice Festival is coming up. So if people want to make the trek out to Gimli, obviously they can come watch some ice racing. No cover charge for that weekend. No spectator cost at Gimli, right? That's out on the Ice Fest?
No cost to come watch the racing.
Right.
Get up close to the action.
Okay.
At the end of the day on Saturday, we also invite VIP ride-alongs. You schmooze up with one of the drivers, you can hop in the passenger seat and go out for a few practice laps.
Well, there you go, guys. What better offer than that? You can literally go for ride-alongs in the race cars to see what it's all about. So if you don't have anything going on March 4th and 5th, make sure to come check out the Gimli Ice Fest. Come check out some of the Winnipeg Sports Car Club and their race cars themselves, and maybe you snag yourself a ride and have some fun. But in the meantime, let's snag a ride in this car today so you guys can see what this track layout's like. We're gonna mount a camera in here and go turn some laps and see what it's all about. Let's check it out, guys, and thank you so much for checking out today's episode with the Winnipeg Sports Car Club.